Hello everyone, this is the Musical Fidelity NF-X30 streaming system. It's got a hard disk on it, in this case it's got 2 gigabytes, 2 terabytes, sorry, and that's it really. I'll just open it up and let you see. There we have it. We have a plastic bag with parts in it, with a part in it, and a couple of discs and a manual. We have a power cable in a plastic bag. And then we've got the Musical Fidelity X30. Fairly heavy. Take away the box. The styling. Kind of clothy cover to it. There we go. Warning sign, different languages. And there we have it, a beautiful Musical Fidelity X30. Got a plastic thing on here to protect the screen while travelling. That first one says input if you can't read it. The next one is return, stop, and then menu. And then this is OK, pause, and scroll. And this one is mute and volume. And then underneath, on standby, and that's headphone, and then that's USB, and that's auxiliary in. That must be for the remote. And there's a button there, I think that's for the eject, to eject the disc. Got a, yes, it's a nice feel. It's kind of bit of weight to it really. As you turn it, there's a weight kind of gets into it, which is a feeling of quality. and that's kind of got the same, there's a kind of a weight to it when you turn it. And the back on-off button, speaker system, right, left, antenna, aerial, FM it says, HDMI, video only, external screen, gigafast Ethernet, that goes up to 1000 megabits per second. USB host, that's USB host that one, and USB host that. And then this, let's start at this side I suppose. That's the TOS link for there. That's coaxial. This is digital out, and then this is AES or EBU XLR, that's the XLR, that's the analog out, right, left, digital in, that's TOS link, coaxial, analog in, right, left, and there we go. And these obviously take banana connectors for the speakers, loosen them, and then the banana will go in, and then tight. The banana grip will go in, and that's it. Obviously that's the power. As I say, that's the power. And that's the end of the plug with a plastic cover on it to protect everything. And of course, here we have the remote. It's a nice cover for it, which I will keep. There's the remote. There's screws, 3.5 inch HDD screws. That's for the hard disk, which goes in there. Now literally look at this. What do we got? We got power, radio, reading it from upside down of course, one service of something, input, screen, home, search, setup, mute, and then there's all the numbers and letters of the alphabet, now playing, record, lyrics, volume, that's handy, lyrics, yep, volume, menu, stop, play, pause, volume, left and right and up and down. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff. Before, cancel, and that's text, art, EQ, info, then previous, next, seek, plus or minus 15, RIP, playlist, add, I'm not sure what that is, at my PL, sort, bookmark, favourite, shuffle, pressed, equalizer, tag, edit, sleep, eject, and then all the different colours. Novafidelity, back of it, press it up to AAA batteries. Those don't look like alkaline, I can't tell. Let's just have a look. They don't look like alkaline, so they don't go in there. I know they're supposed to go in there, but I wouldn't trust anything other than alkaline in there, or rechargeables. Rechargeables probably better still, because otherwise they'll probably leak and ruin your remote. So they're just not worth. Forget it. They're not. It's a bad idea to put those in there. I suggest. I might be wrong. I can't really see it very clearly from here. That's the aerial, by the look of it. Antenna. Oops. Quite tight. Yep, it's tight. It's good, and that could be, well, that can be nailed onto the wall. Really, a little pin, and that would go onto the wall, and that's your FM antenna. I'll just take it out. And that's screws for a 2.5 inch HDD. In my case, that's what I'm going to do. I suggest putting in a solid state disk drive. In my case, I'm putting in 500 gigabytes. That'll hold about 700 LPs or so. That's plenty, I think. But solid state drives are about 10 times faster than physical hard drives with disks and platters on them and things, and hopefully it'll make it run a bit faster. And it only cost, in my case, it cost £150 for a SanDisk SDD, solid state disk. And I thought there was 2 disks, but there is 1 disc. It's got cocktail audio on it. That's the old name for this. It's now called Novafidelity. It used to be called cocktail audio. And this disc says 3 dB data, Rev 2160101. So it's hi-fi component, CD storage and musical streamer. That's cocktail audio. So free database data. I don't know what that is yet. Okay, there it is. That explains what it is. It goes onto a computer so that you can rip music to go into this musical fidelity box. This has got a hard drive, as I said, so that you can store your CDs on here. Right. Hopefully you've had a chance to read that. So insert the DVD into the drive, goes to setup and select CD ripping, confirm CD ripping with OK key, select FreeDB, install and confirm it with OK. You can see CD icon and select and confirm it with OK key. You can see FreeDB data file and confirm it with OK key. The reboots, the Cocktail Audio reboots and install it automatically. Okay, right. Back up your music, just a warning. So you should have just a warning to back up your music. I'll give you a moment for you to have a little look at that. You can pause it if you like to read that. I'm not going to go through all that. And I think that's a support thing in case there's any problems. Just give you a moment if you want to have a look at that. You can pause the video if you want to read it properly. Move on. And this is to using this device with Spotify. You can have a read of that. It's not something I'm interested in. I just want to put my discs on really and just make up favourite lists and play them and have everything very easy to access really. So, but there is this, you can certainly do that. You can pause the disc again, the video again to do that if you want to read it carefully. And that's an advert for using Spotify. And how to connect it. That's simply the same thing by the look of it in various languages. Harder to read. Sorry if this thing doesn't focus right, because I can only focus it once and it with my camera, and it doesn't change focus as it looks at it. Hopefully you've had a good look at the remote control. So you can see it's usual infrared. And there's the manual. Can't go through everything on here, but just to let you have a rough idea what it can do. That's the index. Here's a product overview. And that's the remote, and there's all the parts that I'm getting with it. Just to go back there, just in case. Product overview again. That's the remote and all the parts. And that's how to install the HDD, which is what I'm going to have to do at some stage. Not now. And there we are, it goes on. Just to let you have a look. There is a lot to it by the look of it. Hopefully that's enough really. We're only about halfway through, I think. So I don't want to do all of this. So that explains what FreeDB is. I don't know what that is at the moment. CD loading ripping, that's CD database, so that looks interesting. And that's there, ripping. Ripping. Ripping all, as it says there. How to use the database.